Well, a mudslide in Ute Pass was partially responsible for closing Highway 24 for 4 hours. CDOT now plans to check its flood control projects in that area to avoid a repeat of yesterday's mess. New this morning, CDOT News Channel 13's Scott Harrison spoke with people affected by the mudslide's aftermath.
Traffic in Ute Pass was bumper to bumper after the mudslide. This is some of the mess left behind. It'll take days to clean up.
The ground's saturated. We had just enough rain to cause enough sediment to come down right there.
The mudslide happened across the highway from the Eagle's Nest dispensary. This is where CDOT built a flood control project. Remember, it's also where we saw the first flood damage 2 years ago after the Waldo Canyon fire. But it hadn't overwhelmed the project since then. Tina Hancock of Woodland Park was among the first to drive through as the mudslide hit. She recorded this video and sent it to us.
It just seemed like chaos. Some people were trying to turn around and go the opposite direction. Some people were trying to go through it and, get up into Woodland Park.
Meanwhile, many drivers are asking questions about closing the pass.
Turn around for at least a couple hours, please.
This is the 5th time this week.
I know. At least a couple hours, sir. At least a
couple hours.
Yes, sir.
They wonder why it took so long to reopen, why so much of the pass east of the mudslide was closed, and why weren't there more options for drivers.
The most frustration is there is a way to get past the mudslide, and even though it might take some time, it's better than sitting here for 3 hours waiting to get through.
But for one driver, the mudslide was an opportunity to enjoy the waiting time.
Took a little detour up to the Cave of the Winds. First time I've ever been there, even though I've lived in Colorado since 1959, and had an enjoyable time.
Not as enjoyable as the time drivers had when they saw the road closed signs taken down and finally could continue on through the pass. In El Paso County, Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.
Sherry Nicholson, who you met in that story, says the highway closure kept her from getting to a hospital to see her 72-year-old father. He had been taken by an ambulance to the hospital earlier that day.